Welcome to the Spilled Ink and Coffee Show, where we take book discussions to a new level. We don't just read books, we interview them, journal about them, sip coffee, spill thoughts, and explore stories on and off the page. Grab a cup and get cozy, because every book deserves a great conversation.
In this episode, expect big opinions, bookish chaos, and post-holiday brain energy. Look, we warned you, but don't worry, everything's probably fine. The sunny side is up, and not with a douche in your bed. Wait, what?
We're heading towards the end of our year, and I just looked at Rachel's journal from this current year to her upcoming journal. We posted a picture about that. Please share with us all of the preparations you're doing with your 2026 book journals. And we're going to try and make a mad dash to finish both of our journals out on the podcast. But I think we maybe can do it. We're going to try. I'm going to try really hard. We're going to talk about The Empress of the Seven Hills by Kate Quinn. This is an audio format historical fiction, and we rated it 4 stars. Now, this is a book in a series.
This is the 4th book and the last book in the series. Yes.
It's the last book?
It's the last book. Yep.
Okay, so we know that we're reading this because you love Kate Quinn, and it's the last in the series. Mm-hmm. Now, did it meet your expectations being the last?
I find that I always have an issue with the last book in the series. It never fully gives me everything that I want. I think that's a me problem. It's not a book problem, because I'm clearly wanting some sort of grand Big Bang.
You want the finale.
I want the finale of the finales. I want Tinkerbell flying off the castle. But it's not my book. I didn't write it. So how I want things to go is not necessarily how the author wants things to go. So that's why I don't know if I could find a final book in a series that I gave a 5-star to.
And this is a very interesting space for me to talk to you about the end of a series. We've never had this conversation before. And
yeah, because a lot of what I read is either an ongoing series or there's still another 4 or 5 books planned. So yeah,
this makes me think I need a separate series question set for end of series.
End of series.
I do. I think we need a separate set of questions because I know there's a lot of things that I want to ask you about. But The Empress of the Seven Hills, what were your first thoughts when you started reading?
Well, it picked up right where the 3rd book left off, because the 3rd book was a little bit of a cliffhanger so I was obviously hooked because I wanted to see what happened and this is the first book in the series that keeps the same characters as the main characters. So like the first 2 books, it was like generations. Like there were similar characters, but the focus was on somebody, like another main character. The 3rd and the 4th book focus on the 2 main characters of Vix and Sabina.
Who is your favorite in this final installment of characters?
I think Sabina. She was the main character in the first in the last book too.
And I see this in your review because you said that you love seeing the evolution of the characters and that it actually made you cry. The evolution of the characters and cried. I enjoyed the evolutions of the characters and cried. Why did you cry?
Just because to see the growth. Like especially the other main character, Vix, to see kind of like he gets some real heartbreak in here, and that's hard to watch someone do to him what he's done to so many people, and to see him grow from that. I think there was just a lot of really moving parts that how these characters, how you follow them, and you know they're like the 2nd book in this series is all about Vix's parents. So you know the path that has gotten them to this point. And I think it's to watch them go from little kids, through young adulthood to being the strong, especially Sabina.
So you pretty much forged this fictional relationship with these characters,
Yes,
is what
yes.
you're saying. And that's the sign of a great storyteller. Yes. And that's why you cried, because you're like a little mama going, you feel.
Well, and they're all real people. I mean, Sabina was a real person. Her husband was the emperor of Rome for a while. So these were real people.
Yes.
Granted, it's a fictionalized retelling, but it was just to watch them kind of, especially Sabina, kind of come into her power. And
you really rooted for the two of them. You said that the only thing that you would change is if they took out the sex from their relationship, because they make a great team and could rule the world.
I think if they got over their feelings for each other, or lack of feelings, or jealousy, or if they took that out and just teamed up, these two would have taken over the world. And that's the missing star. And I know, it's not, I don't know. I wanted them to just, we're gonna, I can't think of it. We're Batman and Robin. We're gonna go out and we're gonna conquer the world. I was trying to think of a strong pair.
I mean, it's a good pair. It's a relatable pair. It's tough because being that it's historical fiction,
right?
We don't really truly know, and even history, you're not sure of all of the facts in history, not in people's personal lives.
Yeah.
There wasn't like, I'm the personal life historian. There was no IRL.
Right. So that's,
Was there a memorable or powerful moment in this final?
I'm trying to not give anything away.
I know that's tough because it's the end of a series. That's why we need a different set of questions.
When Hadrian, who is the emperor, loses his lover, that and you love, I'm not going to say who it is, you love his partner, you root for he's a good person, and then and this is all true, it really did happen, he died on the Nile, you can Google it, he somehow mysteriously ends up off the boat. We find out why and how, but
read the book, people.
But that really did happen in real life, and it just like the pain, not just from hate, but from everybody, because everybody loved this person for every good reason, and so the pain of losing him breaks everybody in the book, including the reader. Like, you just feel broken, and you're like, wow, how do we come back from this? What's the way back? So.
And this happens mid-book, so you have to find out how to come back, or we end broken?
No, I would say it's probably mid, maybe 45%, 40%.
Okay.
It happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
But again, this is a character that you've known about for multiple books.
Right.
And you've watched this character grow up.
Again, your emotional connection to the character is what makes you feel that way.
Yes.
This book, what was its main idea?
People can change. Evil is evil.
And now the series, as it culminates, what is the main, it leaves you feeling how?
That there's always room for change, there's always room for growth, and you've got to keep moving forward. You can't be stagnant.
Wow. That's actually pretty powerful that the whole series combined says keep moving forward.
And I think that's the way it moves through history and the way you see. And again, the last two, this book and the third book, actually include Vix's point of view, and that's the first time that a male point of view has been popped up in this series. It's usually just all been the women. Everything's told from the women's point of view. So it was interesting in the last two books to kind of get that viewpoint. kind of wanted to punch him a little bit more than I did before, because like but you also like see that redemption, but like you still want to punch him. Like, just stop being jealous, stop having these feelings, and just focus on how you all can make this world a better place.
That's what we want from all our leaders. How can we make the world a better place? I think that's a great message to have in a book series, or a thought to, say, hey, can we not do this yet? And because history says no.
And that's why you like so much of it. Like, I mean, there's so much history in this book. Like I felt like I was constantly Googling different characters that popped up, and oh my gosh, this is a real person. This person, like, here's the whole.
This provoked a lot of things for you.
I enjoyed this series because, I mean, you know about Rome, but you don't know about Rome. Like, so I learned a lot in this one.
What were misconceptions about Rome that you now have a different point of view on?
I assumed that, I did not know that majority of the emperors didn't have children and actually passed the emperorship onto nephews and second cousins, thank you. I didn't know that. I thought that it was just, it was a coup, or it was and there were coups, but I didn't realize that majority of these, like, with the exception of one coup, majority of these, there wasn't a line of succession. It was who's going to be named heir, and someone was named heir. I didn't know that. I didn't know that divorce was no big deal. And a woman could initiate divorce.
Oh, wow. That is very surprising.
Didn't know that.
Huh.
And that the women, and again, I know this is fictional, but these women did play a huge role in, like, you can look them up. They're all real. It's yeah, and that so many of the relationships are strictly political between men and women. So
what I find fascinating, because I don't read historical fiction, I only learn about it through you. What I find fascinating is the storyteller has to be pretty damn talented to be able to write really good, 4-star or higher, historical fiction. That's so many facets and moving parts to this particular genre. I know I could never be responsible for that.
Well, and the amount of research that you would have to do to collect all the characters that you're going to talk about, especially in these books. Like in Kate Quinn's other books, like her World War II and World War I, like in her 20th century novels, those are all fictional characters doing something in a historical moment. In these books, because then I've read another of her series that takes place in Italy, with the Borgias. She's writing about real people. So the amount of research that you have to do to kind of gather which characters you're going to bring in and which you're going to fictionalize, that's a lot of work.
And now that you've read a complete series of hers, you probably have before. Let's go to the 20th century where you've just explained the differences. Which one do you feel the reader gets sucked into more?
I think probably the 20th century ones. They're standalone books. She doesn't have any series there that I've read. So they just, and it's all for the most part, it's really strong women. So.
Now we're going into favorite quotes. Now I'll read the quotes.
Okay.
And then you can tell me, because I've read a few already and I have interesting thoughts.
Because it's been a while ago since I've read this.
That's okay. You say emperors might forgive you if you cross them, but never empresses. Interesting. No. We're such like little vipers, aren't we? Be patient and tough. Someday this pain will be useful to you. We should always turn a negative into a positive. You get into trouble no matter what you do, so you might as well do everything you can. This is great advice. That advice is gone. I've heard that one a few times. Do everything you possibly can as long as it's not hurting people. Next quote. But where did you go when your enemy was the master of the world? What is that talking about, actually?
It's Vix against the Emperor, Hadrian. He has nowhere to run. He has nowhere to go. The Emperor wants him not necessarily dead, but wants him gone. But where can you go when the Roman Empire is the known world? Where do you go?
Ooh. That's true. Where do you go? But whatever made you think I want to follow your stars and not my own? Followed by I believe in my stars and I'll make them go where I want. That one I find very interesting. That alludes to normally people follow the stars to their destiny. And this one, this is her talking.
Yeah, it's her talking.
She's saying, no. She's saying, I believe in my stars, but I'm going to put them where I want them to be.
Yeah.
I'm creating my own destiny. I find that pretty amazing. The trouble with being a good-natured sort like me is that everybody starts expecting you to do what they want. How funny that happens in the world.
Yep.
That you just be a kind person doing the right thing, and now all of a sudden you're
taken
easier,
advantage of.
Right, to control. So which of these quotes resonate with you?
The one about I believe in my stars. I'll make them go where I want.
Yeah, intense. That's an intense one.
I'm going to make my own path.
The cover art, because we've already talked about everything else in our question stuff. Does it truly represent the story?
I don't know. It's Sabina and Vix. I mean,
is Vix short for something?
I don't remember. No, I think it's just Vix.
Interesting. Okay. I think all of the cover art in this series, as we've gone through it, has also gone through an evolution. Because I feel that it was light, like you said, and it's about women. And I think that's the first time we see a dude on the cover.
Yes.
And so we culminate to the end of the series. And let's talk about the series. Are you going to recommend the series?
Oh, yeah. It was a good one.
And who's going to enjoy this series the most?
Any fan of Kate Quinn, if you're interested in historical fiction, specifically Rome, if you're interested in female-centered stories, anybody in that group would like this.
Has this been optioned for television? Or I think this sounds like this is a good TV series. I don't know where you land on.
Well, the problem is there's been so many different Roman.
You think it get lost in the shuffle?
Yeah, there's Rome, there's Spartacus. I think there was another one about an Empress. Like I think it's a little overdone.
That's too bad. That's too bad. Maybe in the future, when everybody takes a break from that, it's not the right season for it.
Yeah,
yet.
no.
If this book could whisper a secret to its author, what do you think it would be?
Thank you for making people curious. Because it's real places and real people. So, and that was, reading this, I've been to Rome a couple times, and I've been to some of these places. I've been to the Colosseum. I've been to the Forum. So that's cool. Like, you can remember, okay, this is what I saw, but this is how they're describing it.
And then now you've been to these places, and these real people have been to these places.
Yeah.
It takes it a whole new level. Interesting. So what's the reader going to find in these pages they didn't expect?
The amount of history, the amount of accurate, people, and how they get to where they get to and how they end up. That's, like I said, she did her research.
It sounds like it. It sounds very masterful, actually. If the final page of the final book in this series could whisper wisdom to someone who just closed the book and the series, what's the little wisdom?
Come visit Rome.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I don't disagree with
Come
you.
see the history and eat some really good food and drink some good wine.
And there it is, friends. That was Kate Quinn, Empress of the Seven Hills. We've completed the series, and I don't know, grab the books, go to Rome, and do all those things you just said.
And I want to say, as of like 3 weeks ago, they were still free on Audible.
Yay.
The whole series. So
Get it now. I love it. We're moving to the next book, completely different.
completely different.
This
Yeah,
is-
we're somewhere different.
It's totally, the page is beautiful skies and sunshine, and it even says it in the title, Sunny Side Up by Katie Sturino. Audio romance. Publisher is Celadon Books. I'm not familiar with that publisher.
I'm not either. I didn't.
Yeah. Gave it 4 stars. That's pretty amazing for, have you read from this author before?
No, this was recommended by my friend Anne
Thanks,
in New York.
Anne.
She recommended this one to me and said I should read it. And her words to me when she recommended it was, this is a really realistic book.
Okay.
And for the most part, I would agree with that.
I mean, I've already read the quotes because you only put 2 down.
Yeah.
Which is great. I didn't think I would end up here. Me neither. And then keep your sunny side up. Like, I kind of feel like that's great. That's true. We need to be reminded to keep our sunny side up. And I'm going to gather by that, it's going to lead us into a little bit more understanding of the book.
Well, so it's the story of Sunny. She's a PR, works in PR, and she's recently divorced, and she's a taller, bigger girl. So she's always listed as being like 5'10", 5'11", like she's really tall. She's a slightly bigger girl, and she's going to go on this post-divorce vacation with her friends. And she goes to, I don't know, I forget, like one of the high-end New York stores, Bergdorf's, Neiman Marcus, somewhere. And and the sales girl keeps bringing her bathing suits that are frumpy, with skirts, that are like old lady, quote unquote, old lady bathing suits. And even then, they don't fit her. And then they bring her one that's supposed to be like form fitting, and she can barely get into it. And then she has to up her size, and it's just like this horrible experience in trying to find the right bathing suit. So she ends up going to a seamstress that does all of her tailoring for her, because she's so much taller. So this lady always like helps her make sure that her pants are long enough and all of that. And she ends up creating a bathing suit. That's what she wants. That's flattering, but still fashionable. And then that's when she starts to realize everything revolves around size. And so it's about her journey of not only getting over her divorce and constantly being put down by her ex-husband for how she looks, to, I'm going to reinvent myself. I'm going to create this. And it's not about like weight loss. It's not about changing who she is. It's about creating something that makes other people like her feel good. So it's a uplifting story.
I like it.
With some romance.
Which I'm just read your review, and that she's struggling between healing from that divorce, like you said, and then gaining some self-confidence, and she struggles with self-esteem and her weight issues. You said that you found this extraordinarily relatable.
For me, yes.
I mean, guys, she's not divorced.
No, I'm not divorced.
Just want to, I don't know anybody out there who doesn't struggle with self-esteem and body issues.
Looking for clothes that that you feel comfortable in.
Yes.
Like, why do these jeans fit and these don't, but they're the exact same size from the exact same company?
Right.
You know, why is my belly hanging over on this one? I swear I just worked out yesterday. So, like, that's relatable, especially when you're talking about bathing suits. Like, bathing suits is
which I love. I love that. I love that she went and said, that's it. I've had enough. I'm just going to go have it made for me.
And I'm just going to make it for me. And then it turns into, because she, like, everybody's like, I love that. Why can't I buy that?
She was a caterpillar, now a butterfly. Mm-hmm. And then it went beyond her butterfly moment because now she's inspiring and empowering other women who feel this way. It sounds like something I'd have to pick up. We'll get to why I might not in a minute because I did read that part of the review because you did say it's a romance, which
it is.
Which is not my
Which is why it's only coffee. 4 stars.
All right, we're just going to talk about it then. That you love that she was not perfect. She made mistakes. Everything was realism. And that the reason the 4 stars came in is because she jumps into bed too quickly with some crappy men. And then I quote Rachel, standard ladies, girls, have some standards before you throw people into your bedroom. Just, you're worth so much more. I don't know who I'm talking to right now in the podcast mode, but can you just reevaluate your standards for sleeping with somebody?
And I get it. Like, she was looking for people, like, looking for that self-esteem, that, you know,
love.
Validation.
She wanted to feel loved.
She's coming out of a divorce where somebody was, you know, not kind to her. But it's like, you're jumping into, like, this guy took you to dinner and he was nice to you and you went to bed with him. And then his comment after is, I always wanted to sleep with a fat girl.
Oh my gosh.
So, like, and yeah, I mean,
I would have stabbed the book.
And that's probably realistic. Like, there's a lot of douchey guys out there. But I just wanted her to, like, take a breath because it was like dude after dude after dude after dude. And I was like, stop. There's the right guy out there for you. But if you keep duding, you're gonna miss the right one. So, like, take a breath. That's what I kept wanting her to do when she's like duding, like, because that's what it is. It's like
wipe that dude away.
Yeah,
they have wipes for that, guys.
Yes. Yes.
Aw, I like that you wanted to cheer her. Like, you're her cheerleader about, like, you don't have to be chaste, but, you know, you can uncross your legs for the right moment, but don't give him a tip.
Yeah. So I didn't mind that. Like, the sex part's fine. Like, that's whatever. That wasn't like an overkill beat over the head. It was the slow down, girl. Slow down. Like,
she's saying that to every woman out there who's opened door to their bedroom. Slow down.
Just slow down. Take a breath. Look, like, it's okay to not have sex on the first date. Trust me.
Yeah, it is. I think, say a little louder. It's okay not to have sex on the first date or the second or the third or the fourth.
Like, take a hot minute. Take a breath.
Absolutely.
If they're worth anything, they're still going to be there.
Correct.
So.
Correct. I would audition and be like, I need to see you have sex with yourself first. I'll sit over here.
Okay.
If I don't like what you're doing with yourself, then I know this is not going to work.
Well, that would have helped her as well. I don't know. That was the 4th star. I mean,
I got it. Now, who's your favorite character and why?
My favorite character is Dennis. He is Sunny's mailman, and he is just a sweetheart. And he's just a nice guy, and he's a mailman. And so I listened to this on audio, and so the narrator, and he's from Queens, the narrator, Dennis is from Queens, so the narrator does a very fantastic accent for whenever Dennis is talking. So I think that probably helps why I like Dennis so much.
Okay, so our narrators on this, is it one narrator doing voices?
One narrator doing voices.
And we got thumbs up on this narrator.
Yeah. I thought she did a good job.
I hope in your future journal we get narrator nods.
I can
a rating
do that.
on the narrator.
I can do that.
I do. I feel that it's important.
Okay.
Just my suggestion, people. Rate your narrators. You know, they're working people. They need ratings.
They are. They are.
And they will make or break their author. I don't know if there's a connection that people realize that, meaning the authors who put their audiobooks out, but 100%, I'm previewing that narrator's voice, and if I don't like the voice, I am not listening to that book. So, but there it is. And I still feel like we need a spice, but I think you're also on this journey of still trying to find the best sex in books, and I don't think you've ever found it.
But I'm not looking for spice. Like, I don't want to, like, I can't rate that if I'm not looking for it.
That makes sense. I do understand that. I do. What was the most memorable or powerful scene in Sunny Side Up?
Spoiler alert, when she's finally able to, like, cleanse herself of the ex-husband and all of his shady shenanigans.
We don't know how she does that, so you're going to have to read the book. But I like that you're telling us it does happen, because it gives us something to look forward to.
The ex-husband is a big part of the book, because he's a character. He's present.
So there is a how she does it, and people will want to read this so they can, if they're going through that same thing, maybe get a little bit of advice on how to do
and that's why I think it was realistic, because, she was married to this guy for several years. Like, you don't just, done, especially when you're so involved in,
So do you think the main idea is about self-empowerment?
I think it's about loving yourself, like, and finding what works for you. And what works for you might not work for someone else, and that's okay, because it's about you.
Just like the clothes.
Yeah.
Might not work for you, but it might work for someone else. I like how you put that analogy together.
I'm good right now.
No, you want to leave here jittery?
No, I'll be guys. I have to work today.
This is the first time you've read this author.
Yep.
How does this romance compare to other romances? Is it up there with them? You feel like it could be a strong contender?
I think. Okay, how do I say this? This isn't going to make sense, and probably to anybody but me. But I feel like this is a cerebral romance. Like, it's not just a romance for the sake of being romance. Like, I think of, like, the Mile High or the Windy City series, and, like, to me, that was sex for the sake of, I've been 2 chapters, I haven't had any sex, I got to throw sex in. I feel like this was more cerebral.
Okay. I think the listeners are adept to know how you're feeling about that at this point and what that means to you. If you could rewrite one part, what would it be?
Have her get up from some of these dinners and just say, thank you so much for your company, and go home to her dogs. And be okay with that.
I like that now we know she has dogs. Do we learn more about the dogs in the book?
They're just kind of, they're there.
They're okay.
They're there.
They're her companions. Are you going to recommend the book?
Absolutely. It's a fast read. It's cute. It's got a good message. It's got some spice. It's kind of got a little bit of everything. I don't know, to classify it as romance, it might be more chick lit than romance.
Oh, I like that. And we got a narrator who's a male narrator?
Female.
Oh, okay. And she does the male voice? Very lovely. I like that a lot. Are you going to read more from this author?
Probably. I wouldn't. It's not like I was like, holy cow, I'm going to go find everything she's ever written. If something comes across, then I'm like, oh, I remember reading this. That was good.
Okay. What are the readers going to find in the pages they didn't expect?
A lot of really good information about what goes into creating and marketing and producing a swimsuit line.
Wow, I was not going.
Yeah.
I would never have expected that I would learn all that about the fashion industry in this little book, only labeled romance. I agree. I think this is definitely a different genre from what I'm just hearing.
Yeah, I think in hindsight, talking about it, I probably would have labeled it as something else besides romance.
Sometimes I don't think that we need crazy questions. I don't know. But let's do this one. If this book were a food, what would it taste like?
Fried eggs.
I like it.
And bacon. You gotta have bacon. Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. That was the Sunny Side Up. Has absolutely nothing to do with fried eggs and bacon.
No.
But maybe it does, because you just said it did.
Maybe you need that in the morning when you get up for breakfast. Preferably not with the douche in your bed.
I can't end it any other way than like that.
You're welcome.
We turn the page in the journal. Oh, and this is cute. It's very short. Review on this.
It's because I didn't have any, it was an art and it was an audio, and so I didn't have any quotes yet.
Understood. The title, Everything is Probably Fine. I like it's so casual. Everything's probably fine. Don't know. Can't wait to ask this one. The author is Julia London. This was a Kindle, contemporary fiction.
Did I say it was a Kindle?
It says Kindle format.
Why didn't I have any quotes then? It had to have been audio. If I don't have quotes, it had to have been audio.
Rachel's reading so much now, and as an ARC reader, she doesn't even know what the format is. We're over hundreds of books at this point. Where are you at in your book count, you said earlier?
I think I finished 117 so far.
117 books this year.
Yeah.
There's going to be those moments where we don't know what the format was.
I could look at... Hold on.
You don't have to
It's
look
right
it
here
up.
in my NetGalley app.
It's amazing. But she did give it 4 stars as an ARC reader. Everything's probably fine. That's the voice I'm giving this book. I hope that that's correct. The genre is contemporary fiction. However,
audio.
And it is audio.
It's audio.
It is audio. So, narrator rating would help. But we'll leave it at that. It was audio. She says that she did not expect this book in any way. She was more expecting a rom-com chick lit that would not be very deep. What she got was a heartwarming, moving story about forgiveness and grief and moving on. A lot of this is a current theme in the reads that we're just talking about moving forward. All 3 of these books so far are about moving forward through hurt, pain, emotions, all the things, and that this girl is going through recovery. So everything's probably fine. You cried?
Oh, yeah.
You cried just like Lorna? Is that the name of the character?
Lorna.
Yeah. Lorna. It was truly moving. So you're crying with the audio. Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
I'm realizing I've done a lot of crying this year.
Well, yeah, even in the reviews we just did with these books.
And a couple books that I just finished recently, there's been massive tears. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The episode title might just be
Rachel cries.
Rachel cries, or Rachel's probably crying. But don't worry, everything's probably fine. Why'd you pick this up?
The title.
Yeah.
I thought it was a cute title. Everything is probably fine. I feel like I say that all the time. I'm Ross Geller in that episode of Friends. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Like, you're trying to convince yourself everything is fine. So I thought, oh, it's a funny title. This is going to be like, and it was a funny book. Like, it was, but it was serious.
I love
like
a serious book with humor.
Yeah. So it wasn't,
So you start reading, you think it's your chicklet, and then
it's not.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But did you get hooked right away?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So tell us about the premise of Lorna.
So Lorna is, I would say she's probably on the spectrum, or she's neurodivergent is what I would guess. She is very A-type personality, and in her job, she pushes her team. She's not liked by her team, even though she's worked hard to be the boss. She lives in an apartment, and this is the interesting thing. It's a house that's been divided up into 4 apartments. And we find out through it that the whole house was actually her grandmother's. And she actually grew up in this house before it was divided into apartments. So her whole goal in life, she's made it her goal, and she's gotten into one of the apartments. Her whole goal in life is to earn enough money to buy the house back and turn it back into a house instead of 4 apartments. We find out that she writes imaginary letters or emails to her sister about her coworkers, and she accidentally sends one of the emails to her team, and so she's put on medical leave, and she's forced into a treatment program, a wellness program, to help her be able to communicate with people better. And it's all about her finding ways to like explore her trauma, because there's a lot of trauma in her past involving the house, involving her family, but learning how to open up to other people, especially other people in the building, specifically the little boy across the hall.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Tell us more about like this little boy.
The little boy across the hall, his name is Bean, and he's falls in love with Lorna's dog. The dog's name is Agatha, but Bean calls the dog Aggie, and it's kind of one of those, the little boy just forces his way into her world. And it's about her healing journey to go and apologize or make right all the relationships that she's broken. And it's all through this wellness center and journey. It's deep. I mean, but it's still funny. Like, there's still parts you're like, oh, she really did. Oh, how could she have done that? And you know, the way the little boy reacts. It's just.
Is that kind of the MO or style of contemporary fiction, that it tends to be something that's serious, but they put the humor in it?
I mean, not necessarily, because I'm thinking of a book that I just read this month as contemporary fiction that there wasn't any humor in that.
Okay. I've only ever read one, and it was seriously human.
No.
So that's why I asked. I don't have a lot of
I think a lot of
experience.
contemporary fiction is more just kind of not, I don't want to say lighthearted, but it's a little bit lighter. Like, this had heavy undertones, and I don't think that's necessarily normal for contemporary fiction.
Which is your favorite character, since we just talked characters?
It would probably be a tie between Bean, the little boy, because he's just adorable, and then Aggie, the dog.
Wow.
Yeah, not that Aggie's a character, but Aggies are always there. So.
Aww.
Yeah, and Aggie
you
kind
can
of
have
brings.
a silent character.
You can have a silent character. Yeah.
You need the silent character. I mean, isn't it? I'm going to go back. Laurel and Hardy, I want to say one of them was more silent than the other.
Yes.
And
yes,
that's
one of them never talked.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the straight man funny guy, and however you want that to be. But with the author Julia London, have you ever read from her
Nope.
before?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so how did you feel about her writing style?
It was great. It was realistic. It was funny when it needed to be. It was hard hitting when it needed to be. It was good.
Was there anything in this book that you did not enjoy, or that you found frustrating, or that you would have changed? Or all of it?
I wouldn't have changed it, but I was frustrated with her, especially in the beginning with her, which is part of the story, her unwillingness to see her unwillingness to take accountability, or her willingness to open up. I'm like, there's people all around you that are trying to open up, and
you're always cheering on the main character.
Yeah.
I feel that, especially when they're in some kind of distress. You're like, get it together. We're here. Just do the thing.
I want everybody to win.
But again, I think that is something that speaks to the writing, and that's why you feel that way.
Absolutely. If it's well written, then you want to cheer on the main character.
So what's the best scene, best moment that happened?
Spoiler alert, it's when all of her neighbors realize that she is the one who's trying to buy the house.
So she never tells anybody she's
No.
trying to buy the house and this is
No.
the reason why.
No.
Kind of feel like you should
She tells
should have
everybody
led
at
with that.
the end, but yeah, she creates these bonds unwillingly, but she creates these bonds, and they're all talking about somebody's trying to buy the house. We're going to lose our apartments. We love these apartments. They're great. Not going to find anything that is this cheap anywhere else. And then,
Right? Does she buy the house? Does she keep the apartments? We got to read the book.
I'm not giving
We
that
gotta read
away.
the books. Now I need to know, like, are we communal living? We turn it back into the house and we're golden girling? Does she
I'm
keep
not.
the apartment?
I'm not.
Does she turn into the sassy girl and she's like, oh, I'm just still buying it. You're all homeless. She's not telling us anything, guys. Wow. So the big idea of this, the main idea.
I would say it's a combination of found family and therapy can do wonders for a person. Therapy
I
can
agree.
change your life.
Yes, it's okay to find a talking doctor. Sure, you got to maybe interview and find the right one for you.
And that's it. Like, she's forced into this. Like, she doesn't have a choice. It's you have to take 30 days and you have to do this treatment or you're going to lose your job.
So you're going to recommend, would you recommend this book?
Yes, 100%.
And who is going to want to read this?
Someone who enjoys really good writing, someone who's probably maybe felt alone, someone who's not been able to make friends easily, someone who's kind of been alone at work, or felt like an outsider. I think this kind of speaks to all those people.
This sounds like it could be a Lifetime movie.
Potentially.
You'd have to get the right screenwriters for adaptation.
I mean, Lifetime,
I don't know.
I don't exactly equate Lifetime with quality.
Oh, okay. Well,
So-
it does sound like it could be an after-school special because that's all I can relate this to because that's all I have in my world are the old school after-school specials.
I think it would be a good Netflix movie.
There you go. Thank
Yeah.
you. So that's where I just felt like I would be able to watch this somewhere like that, like Netflix,
Yeah.
I guess, for sure. Will you read more from this author?
Oh, absolutely. I enjoyed her storytelling. I really did.
So this is an arc. Is this book out now?
It is
Can we
out
get
now.
it?
Yes, you can.
What did you find in the pages that were unexpected? What would the reader find that's unexpected?
The healing. Again, I went into thinking this was going to be a funny rom-com, and instead we're addressing some pretty solid trauma and watching her navigate her way through that, like the healing process. And knowing that it's not, I mean, it's not the yellow brick road. I mean, there's bumps, there's potholes,
because everything's probably fine.
and not everybody is, that you go and apologize to is going to want to see you or accept your apology or forgive you, and coming to terms with that.
I would write that title on a t-shirt and wear it.
Not everybody's going to forgive you.
No, everything's probably fine.
Everything's probably fine.
Not
Yeah.
going to worry. Oh, the house is on fire. Everything's probably
It's
fine.
probably fine. It's probably fine.
It's the clever, catchiest title. If we were to give like a title award,
Well, that's why I requested it. I did not read the description of
Right.
the story. I requested this book solely on the title.
don't judge a book by its cover.
Because on NetGalley, when you request a book, they ask you, is it because of the author? Was it because of the cover? Was it because of the description? Was it because of the title? And then if it's an audio, was it because of the narrator? And I picked title. I picked this book solely on the title.
It's a brilliant title. So
Yeah.
good job, Julia. I look forward to seeing how she's a newer author.
Don't know.
Great.
Apparently I
So
need to do more research into my authors, but I don't.
that's okay because even as we just found with publishing companies earlier today, Avon Publishing is not part of the makeup company and Wikipedia has everything incorrect. So,
There's some seriously incorrect information out there.
and if you're in school and your teachers are telling you, don't use Wikipedia, there's a reason for
If
it.
you use Wikipedia on something that's submitted to me, I'm turning it right around and sending it back to you.
There it is. Do the kids put that on their resource page too?
Oh, all the time.
Okay.
I get they use a great signal phrase as stated by Wikipedia, and I'm just like,
wow. At least they're crediting the resource.
I mean, I'm so excited that I got a correct signal phrase, but guys, Wikipedia, come on.
So if your book could whisper a secret to the author, what's it going to be?
Thank you for telling my story. Thank you for telling a realistic story.
Interesting. We're going to go a little off the rails with the question.
Oh, good.
If the main character, which is Lorna, had a side hustle, because I feel like she might, what would it be?
Dog sitting.
Wow.
She likes dogs better than people, so dog sitting.
She'd be a dog sitter.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Well, friends, go check out Everything is Probably Fine by Julia London. Mm-hmm. It's out now, even though it was just her art. I know. We're doing great. Friends, we're going to leave it at that for today. So thanks for listening.
Bye. That's a wrap. Time to close the book on today's episode. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Casey. If you had fun, hit the like, follow, and subscribe. Make sure you click on the bell icon.
You can also email us at spilledinkycoffeeshow@gmail.com. Send us your questions, tell us what you're reading, or share what we should dive into.
Until next time, keep your coffee hot
and your pages turning.
Bye, guys.